Hello and welcome everybody to my very first episode of Stoneblock 3 Bedrock Edition. My name is Crafty Red Dragon, and on this episode we'll be looking out for a few secrets, picking out a starter cave, and I'll introduce you to the questing system, and complete a few quests along the way. This amazing marketplace map has been developed by two of my favourite map makers, Dan Robs Robs and Squidgy Face Plays, alongside the Feed the Beast team. So, here we are at the beginning, where all good stories should start. This is the spawn room. As you can see, we've spawned in with the quest book, and this book cannot be removed from your inventory. Can't be dropped, can't be removed, can't be crafted with. So normally at this point in a bedrock map or a marketplace map, there would be options where you could set up and to determine how you want to play the game. However, this time around, these are actually all settings in the quest book itself. So let's see how I'm going to set these up for my playthrough. If you click on the utilities and you go to settings, you'll see there's difficulty, coordinates, keep inventory, and tick speed. The difficulty I set to normal. And yes, you do have to go in and do one at a time. The coordinates I always set to true. The keep inventory is also always set to true. And in this case, our tick speed, I'm going to set to 5. It's a good sort of middle ground. The cool thing is, because it's done within the quest book, we can easily go back and change these within the gameplay. So if we find that the 5 is too slow still, we can change it to 10. Or if we find it's too fast, we can change it back to 1 while actually in the game. The other few things in here I'll show you is there's this emergency button, which will give you a grave locator, so you can go and find your grave and pick up all your things, or you can get a sapling if you find you're not getting any saplings. The other thing we need to look at is the other settings. So you've got a TP to spawn. This works when you've got your starter cave, and so it TPs you back to 0, 0, your 0, 0 coordinates. As you'll note in here, the coordinates at the moment are 5,000 by 5,000, so we're miles out from 0, 0. And the other settings, we've got our biome display, which is default to true, so that'll tell you what biomes you are, which you'll find is really, really important for some of the quests in this map. And of course then there's the random events, which is also defaulted to true. This is the things that will spawn in randomly. So for example, creepers can spawn in randomly. And also you can get villagers to spawn in, the loot bees to spawn in, wandering traders to spawn in. There's a whole range of random events that can happen. Those are the ones that I've seen so far. So that's kind of fun as well. So let's exit out of here. So in the middle here is this amazing portal. And to choose our starter cave, we need to go through that portal. We need to just step into that portal. However, first of all, we're going to check out a few secrets that are in this area. And if you don't want to watch these, or don't want to see me showing them off, that's cool. Just fast forward a few minutes. She'll be fine. So all the secrets I found so far, we've got 2 in the lava pool. So there's one in this lava pool and one in that lava pool. Now, I'm not going to do this one first, and I'll show you why. You'll see why in just a few minutes. So we're going to pop over to this one. And if we, somewhere in here, there it is, DRP's stash. So you get a DRP card, a statue, the head, Dan's head, woohoo, and Dan's bees. And we also get these 3 loot bags, which we'll have a look at a little bit later on. So this is Dan Rob's Prob stash, which is pretty cool. Now if we head back over here, I did go the right way around. In here, give me a few moments while I find it. There it is. There's Squidgy's stash. Now, normally this should have everything in it the same as Dan had, with a few little extras. Unfortunately, at the moment, the time I'm recording this, there's been another update a couple of days ago, and it removed all these from their update. So I'm sure they'll be put back in again eventually. But unfortunately for me, I miss out on these for this playthrough. I'm okay with that. We can work with it. But I'm a bit sad we lose the loot bags, but that's okay. We would have normally got pretty much the same thing here. We would have got Squidgy's card, statue, his head, and probably him in a jar, his bee in a jar. So although that's a little bit upset, it's not the end of the world. So the other one we've got is also over here, up the top of here, we have cyans. Now, this involves me learning to parkour properly, potentially. There we go. So we drop down here. I go shift. We go down. And I go shift and we go this way. Right, we need to be, as you can see, there is a shulker in here. But as you can see, it's really hard to grab at the moment because of this block here. So you need to kind of shift, get yourself as far back as possible, and then get yourself as close in until that black outline shows, and then you can open it. And here's Cyan's stash, and we have more loot boxes. We've got some cyan dye, a bed, a cyan woolbee, candles, concrete, I believe that's more concrete, and Cyan Saber's head, which is all pretty awesome. So we can jump back down here, climb back down, and we hit the bottom again. So that's the 3 major shulker box secrets that I know about. The next secret I'm going to show you is a little bit of a parkour, and it leads to that little area up the top there. And hopefully I can do this for you guys. I'm not holding my breath though. So, whoops, wrong button. There we go. Me and parkour, I don't know. Alright, so we jump up through here, a little bit of a tunnel, walk around through here, down here, and there's this little door. And there's this chest. Now, again, mod pack update. Unfortunately, this chest all it has in it is a water bucket, which I'm not going to sneeze at. I think a water bucket's perfect. However, it should normally have a whole bunch of other stuff in it. And it's a bit of a pity we're going to miss out on some of that stuff. It had little bits of the mechanics and things for some of the quests that we need. But we can work without them, so it's not the end of the world. It just made life a little bit easier once you get into the cave. So then, like I said, there's normally more stuff in there, but we're not going to sneeze at a bucket of water. It's pretty fantastic. Close the door again. And that's the other little secret. Now the next few bits and pieces I'm going to show you are just some sort of special additions more than anything. The first one, we're going to go head up this way. In here there's this awesome music disc, which I'll pop out and we'll pop in. All right, put an end to that. Okay, so that's called Dan Rob's Probs and I Need Minecraft, and I think that's a really cool, fun little thing, so I'm going to grab that to take. It's pretty much all there is, as far as I'm aware, in this area. And the next little thing I'm going to show you is that in some of these furnaces, in fact in all of these ones, there's these nuggets, really handy to have to give you that initial coal. And I'll show you once we get back into our main cave how we're going to use them. But for anyone that's dealt with these packs before, you know that you just put these coal nuggets in a crafting table. And if we go like this now, we flick that over to craftable, you see we can make ourselves 4 pieces of coal from those coal nuggets. Just like that. I'm not going to do it now, we'll do it later. So there is one more I think around here. Keep getting stuck on the soul sand. There's this furnace as well, which has got some enriched coal, always handy to have. Lasts that a little bit longer. And you can see this is sort of some of the extra stuff that's in the packs. We've got all these crates with turnips and apples and potatoes. Not sure what that is. Probably sweet berries. Don't know what that is either. And, oh, excuse me, sorry about that. My mouse decided to die on me. And that's carrots, obviously. Okay, so from there, we're going to head over here. This is kind of like a display shelf area, and there's all these sort of heads and statues and things here, and you've got Granny, you've got Cyan, you've got Lister, you've got Mr. Big Cheesecake, Dan, Squidgy, not quite sure who that is, but obviously someone important for the mod pack. And in here we have a barrel which has got Mr. Big Cheesecake's cake, his head, and my favourite, this was my favourite find, UK Granny's head and her walking stick. So that's really cool to have as well. Just a little bit of fun additional things to add to your collection. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so well, now that we've done all that, I think we're going to head back through that portal and let's choose our cave that we're going to choose. Alright, let's wander up here. But here we go. Here is the introduction. Welcome to FTB's Stoneblock 3. Stoneblock 3 is placed entirely within an underground world. There is no surface. As you travel further from your spawn point, you'll come across dungeons, caves, and eventually a ring of nether and a ring of end. Before you can continue, you must choose a starting cave. So your base will start in the middle of that grey circle, and it basically, as you go out the further you go out, the more stuff you get. So we don't need to have portals or anything. We don't need a portal to the nether, we don't need a portal to the end, because it's all supplied within our main world, which I think is pretty awesome. And here we have all the different starting caves that we get to choose from. So we've got a cave, a dripstone cave, a classic cave, the lush house, the lush mineshaft, and the mineshaft. So let's have a quick look. So if we pop onto cave and we scroll up, you'll see there's a picture of what it basically looks like. And this is a sprawling cave filled with an array of stone features, ideal for players who enjoy plenty of room to explore, designed for balanced gameplay no matter your play style. And if you choose cave, that's going to be your cave. You'll head up that way. So we're going to go back because I want to show you some of the other caves before we make our choice. Now the dripstone cave looked amazing, with all the dripstone on the ceiling, but with all these sort of buildings and stuff in it, looked really cool. So this is a step into this expansive dripstone cave, where lush greens in the form of moss and various plants create a vibrant underground oasis. And don't miss the charm of our 4 small handcrafted structures waiting to be explored within its depths. Slow myself down. Unfortunately, this cave isn't actually working again with the update. For some reason, this just doesn't work, and it just goes to the classic. So I won't be choosing that cave, which I'm sad because I actually wanted to choose that cave. And then you got your good old classic. Let's not choose it. So your good old classic Stoneblock cave, a small room, etc., etc. We have a lush house cave, which is pretty cool, similar to the dripstone cave. It's got a little bit of a house. UK Granny Gamer chose this originally, and it's got the base has got like a bed and everything in it that you need. Good way to get started, basically. Pretty awesome cave to choose. We had the lush Minecraft. I played this for the first part when I was testing this to make sure it worked all right, and this is a pretty cool base. Yep, got this big stand in the middle. It's got these basically structures all the way around. Lots and lots and lots of glowberries dropping from the ceiling. So it's actually a really cool spot to choose as well. And then last but not least, we have the actual mineshaft, which I think is an amazing looking spot. Looks like you've got like mineshafts that go out to all the different directions. This is like a crane kind of running through the center. It's very roomy, filled with sturdy stone and accented by elegant dripstone formations. Yep, looks pretty cool, but the one I decided to go with this time around is the plain cave. I like the idea of this, and I've got some plans to sort of spruce this up and make it look a little bit more lively and make it look really cool. So that's the cave I'm going to choose, so let's go with that one. And voila! Here we are. Pretty awesome. So the first thing you're going to notice is down on my inventory, we have gained ourselves a pet rock box. I am not going to place this down. I'm actually going to keep that because I want to make a nice safe place for it to stay where it doesn't get bullied by any mobs or anything that might spawn in. So this is a nice decent sized cave. You've got quite a bit of room to explore. You've kind of got these 4 bits that you can go out to the world in, and there's these nice sort of spires here. Nice and tall to allow for trees to grow. So yeah, I really like, quite like this sort of, this style of cave, and I'll show you some of my plans. Well, you'll see as we build them through. I've got some plans to, like I said, spruce this up. So, let's have a look at the quests, shall we? Might as well get into this. Let's open up the quest book. This has got had a slight change to Stoneblock 2, in that there's no librarian, obviously, that we can TP to or anything anymore, which is absolutely fine, no big deal. So now they've given us this wiki book, and if you click on that, you can go in and it gives you all these things about all the different parts of, there's so much stuff to this, and inside you'll get information about like all the blocks you need, all the items. So for example, let's go the essence core, things like that. The runes. There's a lot of information in here. It's a lot to read, and like I said, you can see there's many things to go with, to check over, to have a look at, and it's really helpful. I've found it really quite useful because it shows you all the new mechanics and you get an idea of where your next step is that you want to go to. Now, the other thing I am going to say is if you get stuck at any point, and this is my reference point as well, and you need any more information about anything, Dan Rob's Prob's Discord channel is absolutely amazing. There are some incredible people on there who have been involved in this mod pack, who are friends of Dan's, like UK Granny's on there, Squidgy's on there, Lister's on there. The whole group of them are all on that page. So I will provide a link, hopefully up in the top corner, and you can click on that. That'll link to Dan's video, his showcase video for this mod pack, at which point you can click on his Discord link as well and join him in the Discord to get heaps of information. And like I said, you might see me there because I do pop up in there, do a little bit of research in there from time to time, keep an eye on the updates that might be going through, and occasionally let them know when there's things that aren't working, if it hasn't been mentioned before. So yeah, be really cool to see you on there and to join in. Be awesome. Okay, so the quests. Let's get this. So the quests themselves are divided into 7 quest lines. We have the getting started, exploration, chickens, condensed, technology, storage, and smelting. And the one thing you should know is that in some cases, so for example, the technology where you need to craft a millstone, you actually need to unlock that in the getting started quest line first before it will unlock the technology. So basically there are some lines that are locked behind other quests until you can open them, which really similar to the way Stoneblock 2 was, but a little bit more advanced than that. So that's really quite exciting. And yeah, so you've got to complete certain quests before you can move on to the next section. Kind of gives it a little bit of a linear feel, but then there is very much a point where it blocks out and you can go in any direction of the 7. So just something to be aware of as well is that if we click on the getting started one, we may as well, we'll have a read of it. Alone in a cave with nothing but rocks, what's a better use of your time than punching them, right? Mining stone with your fists while sneaking results in dropping stone rocks, which can be crafted into cobblestone. Can also be eaten if for whatever reason you would want to. So our task is to gather some stone rocks, and you'll see down here we get these random rewards. Now, every reward is random. There's nothing selected here, and you need to be aware that the rewards I get for this may not be the same rewards you get in your playthrough, which is absolutely fine. Just be aware that what I'll get could be different from yours, so it means I might get access to certain parts of the quest lines a little bit earlier because I get given something, or you might get access to them earlier because you get given something. So yeah, you'll see how that works as we go through, but yeah, everything's random, which I think is pretty cool and a lot of fun. So first of all, let's go gather some stone, shall we? We might move some of this stuff out of here. We've given ourselves a bit of room. We don't have any chests, unfortunately. We would have got one if the secrets had been working correctly, but that's okay. We're all good. So we'll find ourselves an actual Let's start with the ground. So shift. That's all it took, just one. But what I'm going to show you is a little trick I have learned, and that is if you keep doing this and you just let it go to as far as you're willing to let it go, say about there, you get almost a stack of stone rocks and it hasn't broken, and you can just start again. So you don't even need to break these. You can't quite get a stack, unfortunately, but you can take it as far as you want to push it, and you don't actually break the stone, which I thought was really, really cool, and it means you've got a really, really easy access to stone. So we've done the first quest. Let's go check out what our reward is. Claim reward. We'll go up. Without wood, make do with stone. 4 cobblestone can be crafted into a crafting table. Make a stone crafting table. So let's exit out of here. We got 2 apples. Fantastic. Oh, and I completely forgot about this. We've got these loot bags. So let me show you what they do. What we got? We got some compressed dust and some double compressed cobblestone. That's awesome. So you get 1 thing per bag, which I think's fine. So far we've got double compressed, compressed, double compressed, double compressed. Oh, my inventory's going to be full. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That's wicked. We've got an iron sword. Nice. Aha! Did you see that? We've actually completed one of the quest line the first quest on a quest line. So I'll go show you that in a second. Let's just get that one done. We got some bottles of enchanting. So that compressed gravel is what set the quest off. And the quest we've actually set off is part of the Condensed quest. So this quest says, in Stoneblock 3 there are many ways to use compression. Let's start with the easiest and make some compressed blocks. The 9 gravel can make 1 compressed gravel. And because that compressed gravel is what I picked up out of the loot box, it automatically set off the quest. So I've completed it. So we'll claim that reward as well. And I believe the next one is to craft double compressed gravel. So we won't get that for a little bit, which is nice. And I think we might have got ourselves some compressed cobblestone from that one. So that's pretty awesome. So there we go, we've got a pretty full inventory now. And of course, we needed to make some cobblestone. So hopefully you guys remember the old recipe for making all the cobblestone, which was the 4 stone in the crafting table, in your crafting inventory. And so we've got that now. So now we can make a crafting table, I believe is those 4. And there we go. That's quest 2. Get crafty. That's the best name for a quest, don't you reckon? I might be slightly biased on that, right? I didn't want to do that. What am I doing? Throwing things away now. Part of what my plan is I'm going to end up using this side here, and I'm going to dig through that way. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put... We're going to go like this, and we're going to get as much stone as we can out of this while we break it. Yeah. Perfect. Oh, and there is our biome. We're in a plains biome. Nice. Alright, so we're going to put our crafting table in there. Let's go check out what we got from our getting started reward. And our next quest is crafting a few tools is a logical step, but lacking various smelter tables restricts us to producing smaller and weaker tools. Let's craft a stone pick. Okay, so what reward did we get? That's a good question. What did we get? The compressed sand? Compressed sand. I think we got compressed sand. That's fine. That's not a biggie. Alright, so to make a stone pickaxe, we're going to grab some stone rods, or actually what we'll do is we'll flick over this here and we'll go pickaxe. Oh, not. Oh, I forgot it does that. No? Wait, where's my pickaxe? Is it because I don't have that in my inventory? Ah, there we go. There it is. So, pickaxe is this little tiny pickaxe. It's not a standard pickaxe. It's this little tiny one. And at the moment, its durability is pretty high. So, we're going to make ourselves a little stone pickaxe. And there we go. The quest is called Mini Tools. So, that's pretty awesome. We got ourselves a little mini pickaxe. Yay! Alright, so let's grab that reward. Next one, the stone hammer crushes mined blocks, dropping a more granular block. Make a stone hammer. So, as usual, jump back in here, and there's our stone hammer. So we'll just click on that, two stone rods and some cobblestone. So don't forget you need to make those stone rods first. And then we have our hammer. Now I'm just going to pull this out here. That there. Give myself some space so I can pick up the next reward. Although, to be quite honest, the rewards just drop on the ground, so you'll still pick them up. It's fine. So let's put that hammer to the test and crush some blocks down. Hammer some cobblestone to gravel, gravel to dirt, dirt to sand, sand to dust. You guys know the drill here, right? So we'll grab a single piece of cobble because, funnily enough... Ooh, what did we get for our prize? I think we got more sand. I'm feeling we got more sand. So we're going to drop that, and it makes gravel. And if you look at the cool thing with the hammer, if you're pointing at something it can mine, it comes up with that description now which tells you it can go from gravel to dirt, so you know exactly what you're hammering, which I think is pretty awesome. And then we'll grab that one. There we go. Sorry, my game's having a little bit of a sad day. I think it's more my PC. And there we go. Crush, crush, crush. Completed in your quest book. So let's just have a quick grab those. So that's all there. That's double compressed, so we might just make this a little bit easier on ourselves as well. Alright, it keeps a few slots free. Let's see what we get with this one. Claim the reward. And should we see what we get first before I read it? Oh, we've got ourselves a condensed crafter. Wow, that's a fancy looking machine. Well, that'll be interesting to see what we use that for later on. Right, so our next quest is to add... Stoneblock 3 adds cobblestone chests. So it's to make a stone chest. Absolutely fascinating. All stone chests work identically to trapped chests. So let's go make ourselves a stone chest. I like the idea of that because at the moment I seem to be very low on chest space, right? So we'll grab ourselves a few of these. I don't think my computer's really happy with me right now. And then we need to make the chest, we need to make these cobblestone parts, the same as we did in Stoneblock 2. So we'll grab 6 of those. We don't really need 6, we only need 4, but that's okay. We'll drop those on the ground. We'll grab our chest. Oh look, we got 2 quests this time. Alright, we'll have a look at that in just a second. I'm just going to put this chest down here. And I'm going to dump a few things in it for now. I will clean this up probably in between episodes. Just because it will be easier to do it in between episodes. Alright, we'll just pick up those. We'll swap. And we'll keep those on us. Nice. We might go put the bed down somewhere. What do you reckon? Give ourselves a spawn point, right? Put the bed here. Oh, it's night time. Let's sleep. All right, I've slept. Let's go check out this next quest. We've completed that. We've claimed that reward. And we got we got a market. Oh, we're not putting that down anywhere. No. That's actually an amazing one to get. And I will show you how that works once I'm a little bit more comfortable with where I'm going to put it. Let's go back and see what our next quest is. Mining certain blocks with a crook will make them drop items like saplings and seeds. Tasks. Craft a stone crook. So that's going to be our next thing. We're going to craft ourselves a stone crook. Okay, so what we missed out before, we're going to do this before we make stone crook, is we got a second quest completed when we made that stone chest. So that would be coming under the storage quest line. So let's have a quick look. Stoneblock 3 adds cobblestone chest, so it's exactly the same as the one that was in the main quest line, the getting started quest line, and we've now completed. So we're going to claim that reward. Let's go and see what we get. We got a gravel chicken. See, there's some excitement for you because we got chickens. But then you would have seen that in the quest book. So for example, we go here, there is an entire quest for chickens. So this is really exciting because we're going to have a look into this and I get to do chickens again and I love it. I love the chickens. Okay, so on that storage quest, let's have a quick look. The next one, it's plain and simple. It's a barrel. That's right, a regular old barrel, doing what barrels do best, craft a barrel. We're not going to do that today. Because this episode is starting to get a little bit long and I wanted to complete as much of this getting started quest first. So let's go and make the stone crook and see what's next. So the stone crook is pretty easy to make. We just need a bunch of stone rods. And as you can see, it's right there. And this is used to obtain seeds and saplings from dirt, used on leaves to turn them into dead leaves? Question mark? I'm going to have to see what that's about. So let's grab ourselves a stone crook. And Wololo. An interesting name for a quest. And that has got us the crook. So we'll claim that reward. We'll go and see what it is. But let's look at the next quest first. You can get saplings from mining dirt with a crook. Get a sapling. So you can see where this is basically heading, can't you? Alright, so what did we get that time? Oh, we got 5 baked potatoes. Yum, food. Nice. Let's put that in that hand. That part of our thing. So we need to do dirt. So let's pillar up. We're going to pillar up. And we're going to hammer 5 of these down into gravel. We'll swap that out in our inventory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That didn't quite place where I wanted it to, but it's okay. It doesn't really matter. We're going to break these down into dirt. Just like that. And then we'll place the dirt here. And let's see what we get. There we go. Now the reason I did 5 was because as you saw, that very first one didn't drop us anything. So I've noticed that through the playthroughs that sometimes they don't drop anything at all. So by doing 5 we increased our chances, and this is the trees we got. We got ourselves a 2 spruce saplings, a cherry sapling, a pitcher pod, nice, an oak sapling and some birch sapling. So we might... Ooh, we need to grow a tree. I'm going to go with spruce because that's a really good dependable one to go with, and they grow nice and tall. So what we're going to need for that is we're going to need another dirt block. So we'll quickly grab another dirt block. I think we actually had some in here, didn't we? No? Oh, no dirt. We've just got cobble, sand, gravel and dust. Interesting. Okay, that's cool. So we'll find ourselves a nice tall spot. So somewhere here, I think in the middle, we might go over here. And we are going to pickaxe this out. Shove in our dirt, shove in our tree. And just like in Stoneblock 2, there it is. We can do a twerking for saplings or twerking for growing trees, which is awesome. So we've planted our sapling. What was the actual quest? Let's go back and check. Ah, we were supposed to get saplings. We already got it. Better claim that one quick. There we go. Grow and chop a tree. Make sure you have enough room for a tree to grow, which is what I checked. And you can make the sapling grow faster by sneaking, which is what we're doing. Grow and chop a tree and we'll get our random reward. So we've grown our tree. Oh, wicked. We got a fire plow. Used to create lava on stone and magma on cobblestone. Nice. Alright, let's jump in here and do what all good Minecrafters do when they start a game. They chop a tree. And there we go. Quest 9, wood complete. We're going to finish chopping down this tree. Now what you'll notice is because I've got the tick speed set to 5, the leaves should break down a little faster than normal, and if they don't break down fast enough, then I will end up putting that on 10. But yep, as you can see, they break down pretty quickly. It means you get your saplings, replacement saplings pretty quickly. So we're just going to plant that in there again. We're going to leave this to do its thing and it'll eventually grow. So we've got our wood. Let's go check that quest. We've completed it. Claim our reward. Let's see what's next. It's time to gather some new friends. If you break leaves with a stone crook, you might be in for a surprise. Note, the tangle web spider is a quest critical item. If you suffer from arachnophobia, you can use flax to craft string, but you'll still need to at least obtain the spider item to complete this quest. Task, break leaves with a stone crook and obtain the spider. So what we're going to do is, first of all, I'm going to show you quickly how you might... Oh, we're going to do it B! How you can get the flax seeds. So that's basically the same way as we got the saplings, because although it didn't show it when, well, you kind of got the pitch pod, so you got kind of a vague idea. But the dirt drops saplings and seeds, and there's quite a variety of seeds in this version, which is quite exciting. And let's have a quick change over of these. We'll tower back up again. Drop back down. Junk. Oh yeah, baby. Right, beautiful. Wait, we've got more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm only going to do 5. Hopefully this will give us what we need. I think it might have. Let's have a quick check. So sure enough, here we go. We've got our seeds. So one of the seeds you get will be this yellowy one that kind of looks a little bit like corn. That is your flax seeds. And we've got rice seeds. We've got cactus seeds. That's going to prove to be very valuable. We just picked up another couple of saplings, which is awesome. And we've got normal seeds as well. So what I'm going to show you to do to grow the flax seeds. Now this isn't part of the quest book. Oh look, we've got an acacia sapling as well. Nice, we've got a good collection of trees here. In fact, I think we're only missing one of them. Dark oak, nice. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves some planks out of that logs. And you can make these spruce planters. So let me just put in a planter. And as you can see, you can make a variety of different planters depending on what woods you're using. Oh yes, true, we haven't got the mangrove one yet either. So you can, yeah, so in this case we're going to make a spruce one. I'm only going to make the one. So you need 5 planks and 1 dirt to make this planter. Like I said, this isn't part of a quest so that I've found so far. So we can do this without too much of a hassle. What we're going to do is we're going to go plant that, position that over here, and we're going to position our flax seeds in there. So just right click and it will grow, and it's like the botany pots, except for some reason nothing pops out the bottom yet. I don't know if I need hoppers or anything, so I've still got to play with these a little bit, which we'll do in an episode, and we can see how far we can go with these. So there you go, you can get your flax seeds that way. You can do the same with the normal seeds, and rice obviously, and cactus needs to be grown on sand. So yeah, that's how you get your flax, and you just once that's growing up, and hopefully it won't take too long, I can show you. In the meantime, let's go sneak around our tree, see if we can get a little bit closer. We'll always knock you down like that. Oh, we didn't want to do that, we wanted to do this. So also used on leaves to turn them into dead leaves. You see that? Turns into orange leaves. So sometimes they'll break and they'll drop sticks. And if we hit that again, oh, let's see if we can get this. There we go. That's what we're looking for. When you break them, some will be instant break and some aren't. And there we go. We picked up 3 tangled web spiders. So we can pop these down on the ground. So although you need those to complete the quest, you don't have to place it. You can do it via the flax seeds. Oh, that's already grown once. It's got to grow quite tall. So I'm going to... We're running out of room again. Oh, that's right. We won't worry about that. So we've completed that quest. Let's quickly jump in. And we will grab the reward from that. And we'll have a read of this quest. Unlike other spiders, the tangled web spider is friendly, so it doesn't hurt you at all. Don't worry, it does not hurt you, but it is quite small and skittery, and it does leave cobwebs when you if you leave it going. I'll explain that in a second. Anyway, let's carry on. And it loves eating leaves. Feed a tangled web spider some leaves and obtain string times 4. So basically what that means is we need to somehow get silk touch so we can get these leaves. Well, there's a little trick with that one, and that is if we go in here and we look up, what are they called? Shears. And we get rid of that. And, oh, that's something new. Wooden shears. We need some sticks to get these, so I'll just grab a couple of sticks. There we go, that should unread it, make it available to us. And there we go, what wooden shears, and as you'll see, they've got silk touch. So these are the cheaper alternative to iron shears. However, they do not last very long. You'll see very shortly that their durability is pretty low. They do run out very, very quickly. So I'm just going to use them up. Get as much leaves as I can. There we go, all done. All right, okay, so that's the flaxseed all growing up as well. So there you go, there's some purple flowers. So once you've got the purple flowers, you can go up here and you can right click and it breaks it, and you'll get more seeds, and you also get this flax. Now, I believe we go in here, it will give us 3 string because there's 3 flax. So it's a 1-to-1 crafting. And that's all we needed to set off that quest 11, stringing you along. However, I'll show you the traditional, well, the other way of doing it. Look away now if you're squeamish for spiders, because this can get a little, yeah, it's a little bit on the edge. So there we go, placed down, and there's this tiny little spider. He is very small, and he's got purple eyes. And all you need to do is feed him, right click on him with the leaves. I think there's like a bit of a cooldown between feeds. But as you can see, he's very skittery. And but he does drop you quite a bit of string. So sort of 2 to 3 pieces of string each time. Quite handy. He will leave spider cobwebs lying around, which isn't very nice. So I'm actually going to take him out. And when you kill a mob in this game, you get what's called a mob soul. You can get their regular drops, so in this case a spider eye, and you can also get a raw spider leg if you're killing spiders. So we got some good stuff from actually taking him down. But as you can see, the flax seeds work just as well. You just have to know how to put them together. So fantastic. We've completed the string quest. So let's go and quickly claim that reward. Next up, it's time to create some basic smelters tables. You can use these tables to create basic tools. Craft a stencil table, a part builder, and a smelters station. So I'm actually going to leave our episode there. I think this has gotten quite long enough for everybody. That's us for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the episode. Things might be a little different when we get back. I'm going to do a little bit of terraforming. I have a plan. Might not be a good one, but it's a plan. And if you've really enjoyed this video, please feel free to like. And don't forget to subscribe so you can see when my next episode pops up. And until then, guys, take care. Look after yourselves. Stay strong. Bye.